Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for being here today. So, making sure that everything is good. Okay. Well, welcome to this talk. Today, the topic of the day is manage your museum in Odoo, from selling tickets to running exhibitions. So the agenda of the presentation is first a little introduction regarding why we did an industry module. The second point will be what we propose, so our solution, the industry module. Then I will show you very quickly how to use an industry module in Odoo, make a quick demonstration, and then a Q&A. So main reason why we did an industry module is first because in the main daily task in museum management, we realized that you had a few issues. First, you had complex financial management things to manage. You have the memberships and renewals of your customers. You have artwork acquisitions and loans. Also gift shop and cafe management, and the staff scheduling and coordination. So all those things are on a are all your daily tasks and not easy to manage. What needed to be fixed? First, the fact that you had like fragmented systems. Also, the fact that it was sometimes a headache to manage the staff scheduling. A lot of heavy paperwork, online visibility issues with the website, and also inefficient, non-integrated shop with the rest of your softwares. So what did Odoo do? Well, it created the museum industry module. As you know, Odoo has invested a lot of time and energy and resources to create a lot of industry modules. So what does Odoo bring to the table? Well, an integrated solution, as you already know, to manage all your processes. But what are those processes in Odoo? Well, the ticketing and memberships of the customers. You have also the collections and exhibitions management. You can manage directly from Odoo your shop and your e-commerce, and even your restaurant if you have one. You can also manage your website, which is like the starting point of a lot of applications in Odoo, and the donations, if you make those available. You can also manage the staff planning, the contracts management for the paperwork, and also a lot of other ways to scale your businesses with other standard applications in Odoo, obviously, but they will not be the matter of the topic of this presentation. So first, how to use an industry module in an Odoo database? Well, it's pretty easy. I will still show it to you so you know how to start if it interests you. So first, you will go to odoo.com, and then you have the industries button right here. If you click on it, you will be able to see all the industries that are available. Well, if you want to see all, you can click on Browse All Industries, and then you will be able to select the one that interests you. In our case, we'll go with museum, and then if I click and can create a database, and don't forget to tick the load that demo data button, so you will have those available during your trial, and even if you start to work with and you want to make some tests, it could be interesting. So let's go with a pre-made database, so we have some demo data available. What you have in front of you is a database with the museum module installed. For this presentation, we'll start with the website. As I explained, it's often the starting point of an Odoo presentation. As you can see, it's already populated with images that is good for the industry that we are talking about. And you can see some buttons. So first we have the exhibitions, and we can see that very easily with Odoo, you will be able to showcase the pieces of art, the artwork that will be showcased in specific exhibitions in your museum. And then, well, yeah, you can just resize it, shape it, make sure that it gives a good vibe to your visitors, so they will be interested and they will directly register for a visit. As you can see, you have the plan your visit button right here. If I click on it, I will be able to register for the slot that interests me, because we have limited access to the museum. You don't want it to be too crowded. So in our case, I will just register very easily. I will go for that slot because this is the day I am having a day off, but the presentation that I just saw in the exhibition page was really interesting for me, and this is one of my favorite artists, so I still want to come during my day off, and then I will be able to select the entrance ticket that concerns me. In that case, I am not a senior, so I will go with a standard ticket, and I will just register. And then you can see that I have some information that I need to put on to have it complete. Then I will just pay for it, and my payment is being processed. I will just keep it, and as you can see, you will receive directly you are able to print the ticket to have like a QR code to scan at the entrance, and you also have the possibility to add the registration to your calendar to make sure to not forget, or even to send it to the people that you are going with, etc. So this is very easy, very straightforward way to register online to a visit that you are planning to do. So I am a worker in that museum, and I just booked a visit next week because I have a day off, but I'm still interested. But I have also a side hustle. My side hustle is that I create some art, and I have an arrangement with the museum to sometimes loan some of my art pieces to the museum. Very easily, when I have to do so, I will go to the inventory application, and I will go to product, and I will create a new one. The product I will go with Odoo painting, because as you can see, I'm a pretty artsy guy, so obviously I paint. And I will go with artwork, and I will save it. As I did that, you can see that all those information, those panels developed, and I will be able to fill in some information that is important for the registration of that product, which is an art piece. In that case, I will go, it is a loan, it arrived today, and I plan on leaving it in the museum for a few days. Then I can also specify in which room in the museum it will be located, which would be useful if I need to have really to make sure that to know where every art piece is located. I will go with this one, and then I will just save it. So now I have those information regarding the Odoo painting. I can also add a little image to make sure that, let me go downloads, to make sure that it's a bit easier to find it in my inventory. So I have my product. Very easily, if I go back to my products view in the inventory, you can see that you can find the products very easily and see, okay, I'm interested in seeing in which location is located which article, which art piece. I can see that my painting is in that room. I can also see, okay, which artist is currently showing pieces in the museum, and see which pieces belongs to which artist. So it's very easy. So now that I created the art piece, I also need to register a vendor bill, because we have an arrangement with the museum, but it's still not pro bono. I still need to make a living with my side hustle. So I will go with bills, and I will create a new one. In my bill, I will put my own name just for the sake of the demonstration, and I will put today as a bill date, and I will add loan of artwork here. I will say that it's 2000 because they are very nice, and I will just confirm it. Oh, my bad, wrong date, no worries. Then what is also really important is that I have an arrangement with them, but I still want something written regarding this specific art piece. And so for that I have we have available in Odoo specific files that you can use with Odoo Sign to make sure that everything is properly contracted. So you can see right here that I will basically be able to fill in different things. Okay, so this is the Odoo Museum in Brussels by myself, and then I can just fill in pretty much everything, Odoo painting, and basically just fill everything like that. And then what is really useful, I will go back to the demo data. If I go to the art piece that is already registered on another loan for another artist, you can see that you have available right here in the charter the signed document with all the information that was filled in by the artist, but also by the responsible person at the museum. So it's really easy to find those information. So this is regarding the art management. It's really easy to create arts and then manage all the paperwork directly from Odoo, vendor bills, and also contracts. After that, so I just put my art piece in one of the rooms at the museum, and now I also have to check, okay, when will I work next week at the front desk. At Odoo, it's really easy to manage all those things directly from the planning application. As you can see, you have the resources, and you can see directly the shift that they will be working on the following weeks. You can play a bit with it and see by months, by days, by week. You can see by resources, but also by roles, because here on that specific database, we created a role, which is the front desk staff, because it's one of the main things that the employees have to do. It's working at the front desk staff. Let me just show you how easy it is with Odoo to manage all the shifts. Right now you can see those shifts that have already been allocated. If I go to open shifts and I go to the Gantt view, I can see next week all the open shifts that have not been already assigned to one of my employees' resources. I can just go with the auto plan button, and based on the role of my employees, they will be allocated to those shifts the following week. You can also, as you can see in the buttons here, copy from the previous week if you just want to copy it and send it to your employees. Then you can publish it, and as you do so, it will send an email to all your employees, and so they will have access to their shifts. What is really useful for them is that if you go to the preview and go with the preview of one of those employees, let's go with her, you will be able to see the view that she has access to when she receives her email with the shift that she will be working on. She can see the shifts directly. She can see requests to switch from her colleagues. She can see open shift available and directly take it. If she is not available at one of the shifts that she was allocated to, she can just click and ask to switch, and it will be directly added to the other open shift available for a switch. So this is really easy for them to have access to that information. Now that I know what day of next week I will be working at the front desk point of sale, I realize that I have to do it today. I'm a bit late. I can just connect on the point of sale, and there we have a few point of sales. For the demonstration, we have only two, so it's the museum entrance and the museum shop, so the gift shop. If you connect on the museum entrance, you will be able to see the different products at the entrance. So you have memberships, two different kind of memberships, and a museum entry. When you click on entry, you can select the slot that you want to buy or sell a museum entry at, and then the kind of tickets that you are selling. And then confirm, give the name of the customer, and then everything will be there, and then they will pay and you will print the ticket. So it's very easy. I will just close this register and show you if the museum visit goes well. At the end, obviously, they want to buy something from the gift shop. I can just register to that one. I guess it would be a separate point of sale. I open the register, and then you can see the different products with their logos, their images. You can create categories and then just add those to the bag. So very easily, very convenient. You can obviously link those to a customer account, so they will be able to have specific discounts based on their customer profile. Let's just close the register. I did a really great job with my artwork that is in the museum, and so people are interested in making donations to make sure that I will provide more art in the future. Well, they will propose to me maybe to have a little bill of 50 euros at the end of the visit, but I think it's not the right way to do so, so I will just point them towards the website. And with Odoo, you are available to have a button specific for that kind of case, which is the supporters button. If they click on it, they will be able to make a donation for the survival or for the growth of the museum and to support the local artists. So yeah, very easy to make to do so. So I pointed the customer to the right direction, and now he or she will make a donation. And at the end of the day, I realized that I took an entrance for my day off next week, but it's a bit of a mistake. Why? Because I realized that I will not come only one time this year for one visit. I come often, and for that kind of customer, there is something more interesting in Odoo. If you go to the subscription application, you can see that we created products, which are the two that we saw at the entrance kiosk, the standard membership and the supporter membership. When you click on those, you can see that you have an assigned level to those products. Those assigned levels are basically price lists. So if the customer buys that item, it will move him from the standard price list of all the products that you sell in the database to a specific price list. If we go to the supporter one, and then we click here, we can see the details of what they will benefit from buying that supporter membership, which is discounts on sales price of some category of products. Also, huge discount, well, 100% discount on the exhibitions and entry for the rest of the year. So it's really interesting for them, and this was a mistake on my part for not buying that. So yeah, basically those are the main things that you will be able to do in Odoo regarding the museum application. At the end of the day, what I did was I managed my online sales, my entries. Also, I tracked my art pieces that I acquired. I could operate my entrance from my point of sale and also gift shops. I could plan my resources, and I also collected a donation. So very easily from Odoo you can do a lot of things. If you go with that solution, with Odoo as a software, you will have access to the knowledge application, which will guide you through all those flows to help you take it in your own hands. And so this is really useful to get to know the product and also to make some configuration and understand them. So don't forget to look at the Odoo knowledge application if you connect and if you try the industry module. But it's not over. You could go further. So this was just the industry module, but you can obviously do a lot more things with Odoo. First, you have the CRM that could be interesting to attract donors and maybe to manage your artists that you are in contact with. You also could use the restaurant application if you have a cafe or a small restaurant linked to the museum. And then you also have the survey app, which could be useful to gather visitor feedback after some specific exhibitions or just events. And obviously, you have the accounting app that we did not go through because it's a big piece that is fully integrated with the rest of the solutions. So the memberships, the sales that you make from the point of sale, but also from the website. So it's really interesting for you. So yeah, thank you very much for your attention, and don't hesitate if you have questions. I will try to answer those. If you have feedback or unanswered questions after this presentation, don't hesitate to send an email to the email address that you have on the screen right now, because this is the person that worked on the module, and so I know that she is very keen to receive feedback and to try to improve it as much as possible. So don't hesitate. Thank you.